Hey guys, so no intro for this process video. I am using up the scraps from my last three, I think, or my last two Studio Calico kits. So I am working on this layout of my brother and his son, and they're at the airport, and Eli is standing next to him as they're waiting for the luggage to come down the luggage cart, down the luggage carousel, and he's like, "Is it this one, Daddy?" And Sean says, "No, not that one." "Is it this one, Daddy?" And Sean says, "No, not that one." And it just went on and on and on, and it was so cute. So I pulled out. This is from the Studio Calico February 2011 kit that like cut apart piece of paper there, and I'm going through my scraps now because I honestly didn't have a whole lot of actual cardstock left from my last two kits. So, my last three kits, I can't remember. I have a kit sitting in the box that I haven't opened yet because I'm waiting to finish up with these kits that I had. This is some American Crafts paper. It's from the Chap collection, and I thought that I would use it with this dark blue cardstock that came with the kit. And I thought maybe I would use some of that green. I think that's a Cosmo Cricket print. I'm not sure. As you know, the eventually when I update the blog, all the supply lists will be on the blog. I've been a little lax in doing that lately. This is one of the last layouts I shot with the old my old lighting. So hopefully the new lighting, I'll let you guys know when I use the new lighting, and hopefully it's better than this. So this is the paper that ultimately made me keep the current, well, this past month's Studio Calico kit, that Tim and Beck paper with the arrows on it. I was just going to give the paper, I was just going to give the I was just going to give the kit away because there was really nothing in that. I think it's the March kit. There was really nothing in that kit that I really liked, or maybe it was the April kit. It's whatever the one was that came out before this last one. I'm messing up my months. I don't know why, but um, so I didn't like the kit at all, but I ended up using most of it because I didn't feel like I could give it away with it missing a piece of paper. So I kept it and I've used it. And so this piece of navy cardstock came with it. I used the center of that paper to mat my photo because I knew it was going to be completely covered. And I'm just trying to figure out now what configuration I want these pattern papers to be because I really like that arrow paper. But then I turned it over to the red side and realized that I really much prefer the red side to the multicolored side. So I'm going to use that red. And then I'm left with this big hole in the back, and I'm just going to use some scrap paper and lay it across that because there's in the center there where those papers meet, there's no backing there. So I just used a piece of paper, and this is the branding strip from that Chap paper that I'm using. So I'm going to write that down so that I know what paper I used on the layout, and then I'm going to use the opposite side that has that pattern paper on it to put a strip down the middle and some dots on it. And I don't want anything to extend into that navy border, so. And then I pull out this, I'm thinking about all these different options for layering, and then it becomes clear to me, um, because I thought, here's what I'm going to do. It becomes very clear to me right here that blue on top of that red to mat my photo doesn't give a lot of emphasis to the photo. So I felt like I needed something lighter to back the photo with. So I just used some of this leftover About a Boy Echo Park paper and just put a very small border around it. Mostly the border becomes very small like that because that's all the paper I have left in that from that stack. So I'm thinking about all the different ways and all the different papers that I wanted to layer this, and I really wanted to use that cityscape paper. So I'm trying to figure out a way to get that to work. And then So I'm just, working all this out, trying to figure out what I'm going to do. And then I take this cut apart sheet from Basic Gray, and that's Basic Gray exclusive for Studio Calico. It came in the February 2013 kit. And I'm going to cut apart a bunch of these tags, and I'm going to layer them on the left side. Nuh-uh, my other left. I'm going to layer these on the right side of that photo. And in the end, I think that let me grab the layout. I think I took that cityscape paper off of there, and looking at it here as I'm showing you the process, I really wish I had left it on there, but I think I took it off. Let me see if I can find it. You should never narrate a video. Yeah, I took it off. And now looking at the video, I really wish that I had left it on there. Had I just waited a minute, I would have seen that I took it off. But I wish I had left that cityscape paper on there. And here I'm thinking, maybe I don't want, because the arrows are pointing off the page and that's kind of bothersome to me, but then I decide, you know what, that's the configuration that I like. But I did flip-flop them. So I put the arrows on the bottom instead of the top. I felt like the top was too heavy when I had that red on the top. So here I'm thinking that maybe it would work better if I changed the orientation of those papers. But then as I turn it around again and see it on the bottom, see the red on the bottom, I feel like it's much better there because I feel like the heaviness of that red now is in its proper place. So that's one of those transparency die cut things from the I think it's Hey You or Hey Boy collection that came in the kit. And then I ran away because I got sick of this layout, and I ran away, and I'm coming back the next day. I'm wearing different clothes. Always in my sweatshirts down here in the scrap room. I came back and I just got sick of that layout. My husband came home from work and I was like, I'm done. And so I decided, I got up the next morning and finished this up. And I decided that I was just going to take a bunch of these cut apart pieces from that basic gray paper and then just layer them all on the side. And at the very end, this layout becomes this is a very simple layout. It didn't take that long to make. It actually was just a lot of figuring out what I wanted to do. It's very hard for me because I guess I wish the photo was facing, maybe if they were facing the other way. Um, I know that they're looking off the page, and I know that's, a design no-no, but I just couldn't get it to work any other way. I didn't want them to look at the embellishments on the page, so I felt like the embellishments had to be behind them. So I thought that sticker from the basic gray sheet there that said hello, hello, hello would have worked because they were, waiting for their luggage, and Eli couldn't wait for it to get there, but it didn't work out, so I took it off. And just adding a bunch of other things here, going through all the stuff really the embellishments that came in this month's Studio Calico kit, the previous month's Studio Calico kit. Whichever one we got in April is the one I'm talking about. I didn't like them. I didn't like those wood grain stars. I'm not super stoked about these. There's my Supercross background coming in. I used to be a big into Supercross. Anyway, I digress as always. I wasn't feeling those cameras or those stars or anything like that, but oh well. Challenge yourself to use things that you don't really like, I guess, is the point of getting a kit. Now, it's funny because I thought, I'm gonna cancel my kit. And then I got this month's kit, the one that came in May, and I really like it. So, who knows? Here's an Amy Tangerine rub-on. I can't find my little rub-on tool. There it is. So I'm going to put that on there. I added those cameras, but I inked the center of those cameras with some chalk ink from Colorbox I think it's called Blackbird, in the Blackbird color. And then I'm just pulling as many of these stickers from this basic gray collection as I can that I think will fit in this layering, because this layout is actually one embellishment cluster right there on the side of the photo. And I used those stars. Those are mistable fabric stars from Studio Calico that I had purchased, separately. They didn't come in the kit. And I misted them with the skyscraper mist that did come in the kit. So, And these are some thickers from my stash, and I thought that maybe there needed to be a horizontal element underneath the stickers just to kind of, balance them so they're not floating, because you know how bad floating is. I don't know. And then I decided, you know what, I don't care. They can float right off the page. I didn't like the gray washi tape that I pulled out, so I was just like, you know what, I don't care. What I did care about was I didn't want that S to extend into the frame, into that blue frame that outlined the blue flame. You know, I really should learn how to talk. I didn't want anything to extend into the frame around the outside of the photo, of the layout. So I put Daddy's helper up there because he was waiting with Daddy to help him get waiting with, to get him the luggage off of the. I seriously cannot speak today. And then I go back to this gray because there's this odd space between the end of that border strip that I put across the middle and the helper. So I just stuck some of that little bit of gray washi tape right there underneath that word to fill in that space, and then a little bit also in that bottom like cluster there underneath that thing that says celebrate memories. And then I'm thinking, where am I going to put my journaling? I need somewhere to put my journaling. And while I'm figuring that out, I'm just going to use some Tombow Mono multi-glue to put all my stickers, all these letter stickers down, these chipboard letter stickers. As you can see, as I hit them with my finger, they pop off. So I definitely want to use some additional adhesive. And then I'm going to decide, after I finish all of this, I'm going to decide that I'm going to put the journaling, I'm going to start it right where Eli's looking, kind of right by his head there. And I'm going to just extend it down the page because I really wanted to tell the story of how, Eli was so anxious. There were two stories I wanted to tell. One, I think when I was 3 years old, I had no idea what a luggage carousel was. So I think it's hilarious that Eli gets off of the plane and knows exactly that he's supposed to wait for his luggage. It shows the difference in the traveling that these kids do with their dad in the army. Because I was pretty sheltered at that point. I didn't ever. I don't know. I don't think I took a plane ride until I was 18 or something. So that's part of the story that I wanted to tell. And then the other part of it was just that he was just so excited to help his dad. And I added that well done because I thought he just did a great job helping his dad find the luggage. So I added that well done sticker. And then somewhere to put the date. And I'm going to stamp the date on there. And really, I should start thinking about where I have these things, where I have the embellishments before I decide that I want to put the date down. I'm going to add the rest of these. I had a couple of them left over from another layout I did, those stars, so I decided to just use them on this layout. So, and here's where I say I should really see where I put the dimensional embellishments before I try to stamp. If the stamp can't touch the paper, Gina, it's not going to stamp. So here it is. I'm going to finish up the journaling along this side and extend underneath the photo to fill up that corner, and that's going to end the layout. So I thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this pretty simple layout, and I will be back on Monday with another layout. So you guys take care. Have a great weekend. Bye.